We're here backstage with Nonpoint. Elias and Rob. Guys, what's going on?
Elias and Rob.
Now, how excited are y'all about Minglewood tonight? Memphis, Tennessee. Home birthplace, not the birthplace, but where Elvis is from.
Yes, Elvis. We're always like playing Tennessee.
Oh, yeah, I guarantee you.
Whiskey's good and the women are beautiful.
Man, I ain't going to disagree with that 100%. I'm from the Super Bowl, and I love transplant women from Memphis.
Oh, yeah.
Now, y'all been a band, let's see, since 97. With me and you was discussing that earlier today. Y'all have had only one member change. Now, that is actually amazing, because most times you see bands, they've had, you know, two guitar players, a drummer, a bass player, you know, sometimes even lead singer. It's cool. How do y'all keep the band like a coherent team?
I think we all, you know, we're all working together to you know, I guess finish the goal that we all started in the beginning of this band. And, you know, I guess, you know, the three members at least that are in this band still feel like we haven't reached that goal yet. So, you know, when Andy decided to leave the band, we definitely wanted to continue keeping it together all those years. You know, you got to take the good with the bad.
Yeah.
There's bad, but there's a lot of good.
Yeah, there's a lot of good. You know,
so
when you wrote the song "Bullet" with a name on it, is there any particular reason why you wrote the song, or is it just that phrase come to your head?
Actually, it was I don't know if it was a suggestion or just like an inspiration. Rob felt like, you know, we needed another, you know, really chanty, fighty song, and something, you know, with a really driving, simple riff. And you know, we started sitting down and working some stuff together. And, you know, our old guitar player started doing some stuff, and you know, I really don't remember where the exact "Bullet with a Name" thing came from. You know,
I remember when you did it though.
Yeah, I do remember.
At the house, the old apartment.
Yeah.
Really?
It was our old guitar player had made like a CD of like 8 or 9 songs that he had written on the break. And
Right.
there was one particular riff, which is the riff of "Bullet" that he liked.
Yeah.
And he started singing "Bullet," but then I kept hearing it in the house. And just stuck, and until like when we actually got together, we told him, let's take that riff and make a song out of it.
Right.
And that's pretty much how, where he got the actual thing, I don't know, but I remember when he actually started saying it, and I'm like, wow,
It's
like
a catchy
that.
hook, and
Yeah,
it's an awesome song.
yeah.
All right, another question I was going to ask you is in the one song when you get on stage, the one that means the absolute most to you. Like when you get on stage, this is like the one song you look forward to playing at all. I know it's a cheesy question to ask, but I always ask bands that because every band I've ever talked to, it's like, well, when we get to this one song, this reminds me of a time in my life that I want to remember, or something like that. Which song would be it?
Well, for me, it's pretty much, it's not the musical ability of the song, but when we play "What a Day," it was our first single.
Right.
And still, after 10 years, it's one of the biggest songs of the set.
Right.
They always sing the part in the middle. He always has them. He points the mic out, and I just remember that brings me to the time when we first got the song together, and when we're in a little room and doing pre-production for the first album, like all excited. Wow, we're doing our first record, you know, for major labels. Like it was all exciting because, you know, like you said, the goal that we had set when we started playing was to get a record deal.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what it was. Because that, to me, every time I play, I was like, that reminds me of the Ozfest, reminds me of 2001. It reminds me of selling 6,000-7,000 records a week. You know,
and you're
it's
like
all this cool stuff. You know, it's like, it's great stuff for sure.
Any songs that y'all have as far as like that y'all wrote, like say, I know a lot of bands, you know, like Nickelback wrote a song for Dimebag Darrell, or, you know, I've seen y'all redid 5 Minutes Alone, and that's a tribute to Dimebag Darrell. Right?
Yes.
Okay, which one of y'all is the big Dimebag Darrell fan? Because when Dimebag Darrell, I ain't gonna lie, teardrop fell from my eyes, because that, you know, it goes Zakk Wylde, Dimebag Darrell, and then Jerry Cantrell to me. So, which one of y'all is like the real, all y'all together?
We're all fans.
Yeah,
we're all fans of that whole movement, but I think, you know, well, that song came about because, you know, there was another slot left for the Dimebag tribute overseas that Metal Hammer was putting out, and you know, they asked us, what song do you want to do, and you know, that song happened to be one of the songs that nobody picked.
Shockingly,
yeah.
You know, I know the first one to pick was either, you know, Cemetery Gates or, you know, Walk. That's their two major ones.
5 Minutes Alone is still one of those
favorite
songs of theirs. You know?
The riff, the hook. I mean,
that bass line in it is just fat, man.
Yeah.
But like I said, man, I seen that and I was like, they get it, you know, because a lot of bands is like, you know, I'm not gonna do that, blah blah blah. But y'all get it. You know, you understand like the courtesy between musicians and stuff like that. I mean, that's one thing I love about you guys.
Well, that one, more importantly than any of the other songs that we covered, we decided to keep it like it was, just because, other songs we like to, change up and add our own thing. But that was a tribute to him, and you want to play those kind of things spot on, and really pay homage to them and remind people how great they were.
Right.
By hopefully having another band hopefully nearly as good as they were.
Y'all trust me, y'all are as good as they are. I've been listening to y'all since let's see, I bought Recoil and then I got In the Pain, and I was just like, this band right here is it. Like I was telling him earlier, I said, In the Pain, I worked out to the Pain. I'm sorry, my bad. But I worked out to Alive and Kicking, Bullet with a Name on It. I worked out to that, dude. In the gym, lifting weights and stuff, and that was just awesome. I love to take music and tie it to
everybody
something.
works out to our music.
Okay, one last question. Gym metal. There you go. One last question. Y'all redid Phil Collins' song "In the Air Tonight."
It's a great name, by the way. That's a great.
Well, I saw it in a review.
Did you really?
Did you really?
Gym metal.
Gym metal.
Hey,
Nonpoint's gym metal.
Well, hey, you know what? I mean, hey.
That's all we need is just a bunch of male bodybuilders.
Yeah, what's the thing? But they bring
through my reps, dude.
I'm here to pump you up. Yeah. But you guys got to remember, they got the hot chicks too, so they bring them to your concert too. Okay, last question. You redid the song "In the Air Tonight," and you was talking about it earlier. When y'all redid that song, did y'all think it was going to be as big as it has become?
No.
Really?
Not at all.
No. We did it as because it wasn't a rock song.
Yeah.
And we wanted to make it into like a rock song, and it was a song that we all kind of thought was cool, and it's got a mysterious undertone to it, and we feel like that's what we like to do with our music and our ourselves, is like we want people to really, really concentrate on what we do musically, and we're not a pictures or a video kind of band, even though that's something that that is important. You constantly have to do just for like social media and stuff like that. People want to see the band and see what we're doing live, when they're not at the live shows even.
Right.
But a song like "In the Air Tonight," we wanted to, really focus on, what we can do with a great song. So.
And y'all did phenomenal. Like everybody, we always go through it when I have parties and stuff, and we're like, what's the best song that's ever been covered? Y'all song doing that and Five Finger Death Punch Bad Company is the two songs that come up every time. Mm-hmm. So, favorite artist?
Favorite artist?
Like if you were stuck on a desert island and you have somebody's greatest hits, which one would it be?
Probably Pink Floyd's.
Sweet. What you got, Ron?
Rush.
Dude, I just got done watching a movie called Fanboy, and one of the main characters, one of his favorite, he always wore a Rush shirt. Yeah. But you being a drummer, Tom Sawyer and stuff. Yeah, that.
Well, I mean, I grew up listening to it, so I mean, it was just.
I'm a Rush fan.
Even though I like.
Well, if you don't remember the old, I don't care what these these young kids like classic rock. If you don't remember the old stuff, where's the new stuff come from? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, fellas, thank y'all for y'all's time, and man, I'm ready to rock out.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate that for
Anytime.